Told you, didn't I?
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more.
I still love that song. It's a good song. I chose it specific. Anyway, hello there. Welcome to the Flushing Bloke podcast. I'm Siobhan, apparently. I had to check. Down there is Brian. And sort of over there is another one of the Brady Bunch. It's Eddie. Oh, very cool. Very just... I'm
Wrong way, though.
Too cool for this.
Wrong way, though.
Yeah.
That way.
Anyway, yes, quite so. How have you been, boys?
Doing well.
Yeah. Enjoying my time off work. It's been really good.
Oh, yes, you had a few days, haven't you?
Happy Father's Day to everyone.
Yes, happy Father's Day, everyone. One of one of those card moments that we share across the pond as well. So
Yeah.
Dog, what are you doing?
I beg your pardon.
That should be a new segment on the show. What's the dog
What's
doing?
the dog doing? Yeah, but it's a case of all three of us have got dogs, so that could be slightly... Yeah. Anyway, right now, I'm trying to think of stuff. News. I wish I had a jingle of Joe going, "This is the news." She used to do that so brilliantly, and it was different every time. Anyway. News. Time Meddler Watch Along is coming up soon on Twitter. Keep your eye open for that, because there might be a couple of special little things associated with it. This is obviously the classic Doctor Who lockdown tweet-alongs. And the hashtag, I believe, is Space Helmet for a Cow. Bit of a mouthful, I'll be honest with you. But there we go. Space helmet for a cow, and just keep your eyes open on that one. There's some stuff happening. Right. What else? We took part in it was Sue Perriman's Doctor Who quiz, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Certainly did.
Neil and Sue Perriman. Neil occasionally watches this. Poor fool. I think he just sort of watches it to realise just how bad things could be, if I'm honest with you. I mean, we are never knowingly professional. This
is our gift to the other podcasters.
Exactly. All right? No matter how bad you feel your show might be.
Just watch ours.
Come to us on Sunday.
Yeah.
Come and see how it shouldn't be done.
I've done some of the best. I now do the worst. It's it's extremes. You live to learn with it.
Well, Eddie and I are happy to be lowering the bar every week.
Oh, you do it superbly. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very grateful to you. I've got a new microphone. Yee. It's the podcaster's dream. That's not what it's called. It's a Blue Yeti. It's a Yeti. I managed to actually pick it up cheaply. Which I'm rather pleased about. I have been wanting one of these microphones for years. Absolute years. And now I have one. I has a happy. I'm going to be honest with you. Hopefully you can hear the difference. I'll have to wait and see. I'll watch it back when I get back.
Yeah, we can tell.
Already.
Yeah, it also means that my little digital recorder, my Zoom, I can keep for taking to places to use rather than having it regularly out here, you know. What I do need to get is a pop shield for this. Right.
So you've got a Yeti, Brian's got a Yeti, and I'm using my phone. So I'm still holding it up for the slow standards, which we live by on a Sunday. Just saying.
May your standards never rise.
Not one bit.
I'm trying to think if there's any more news.
We We were second in the quiz. You forgot to mention that.
We
Oh
were
yeah, we
second.
came
Yeah, we
second.
came
Well,
in
well,
second.
sort of second. We're still not
No.
sure if Simon exists.
Simon doesn't.
Simon was a
exist.
bot. Simon was a bot from Russia.
Okay,
Simon was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, admittedly, there were 3 of us doing the quiz as a team, but we came second.
2 of us had a ringer. 2 of us had a ringer.
Yeah.
Would you
Well,
say
look.
fine?
Yeah.
All right, all right. I
There
was
were
I was
3
going
of
to be
us.
very. I
One
was.
of us knew the answers.
I'll forget the false humility aside. Basically, Brian answered one question, Eddie answered another, and I did all the rest.
Well, this is why you are the leader of our merry band.
Really? I thought it was because I had a cute ass. Be careful
never
how
seen it.
you progress from here.
I mean, hey.
I'm not standing up and showing my bottom.
I'm still
I'm
shipping
not.
yours and Spanky's characters, okay?
That's not going to happen. That is not
gonna
going to happen. No.
Lieutenant Poppins and Ghost Thrasher.
Oh, I've got that to work on this week, haven't I? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. Yes, we'll talk about the RPG later on in the show, like we normally do. Now, I said that seeing as I've got a new microphone, I was going to introduce this properly. And now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who. You're listening to a Big Finish production. Look, I'm just trying it out.
Oh, that was lovely. Seriously, your audition. When can you start?
No, I'm not taking over from Nick doing that. I'm distorting a little bit. Hang on a second. I need to turn my microphone a little bit down on Streamlabs. I'm having to mix and match stuff. I got a new toy.
The chat room approves. The chat room. Need we say more? The chat room
Yes.
approves.
That's
The
you,
chat
though.
room likes it.
Yes, tonight I am the chat room.
You are the chat room. Okay.
I am the
Where
chat
is
room.
everyone
He is our
tonight?
official moderator.
Where is everyone tonight, I wonder?
I know. Maybe it's because it's Father's Day. They're all at home
Maybe.
with
You
their
see, it's
dad.
not really something that strikes me, well, certainly Mother's Day doesn't. And Father's Day, it just means a phone call to Dad in the evening. I don't do the card thing. These things were made up to sell cards. No, I'd rather speak to my father and tell him I love him, rather than just send him a card.
Well, normally I would have gone out to some place that serves seafood because Jess is allergic to seafood, to shellfish. But
Yes,
no,
now,
with
viewers...
my son and his girlfriend, I co-opt them to get my seafood fix.
Right, now, anyway. The 5th Doctor Who was feeling a little bit poorly, so he had to lie down. And before his plucky girl assistant Purple Gillian Brown's eyes, the 6th Doctor Who appeared, and apparently not a moment too soon. Oh dear. Right, we're looking at the twin dilemma.
Yeah.
Pre-season of the
I
plot.
suggested
Let me give a
this.
pre-season of the plot here. Okay. The 6th Doctor is unstable, and tries to kill Perry. And in the meantime, 2 twins, Romulus and Remus, who are mathematical geniuses, since when has that ever gone wrong in Doctor Who, have basically been kidnapped. Hi, Sean, we've got another viewer. It's your son, but we've got another viewer. That's nice. Yes, and the squadron sent after the ship that kidnapped the twins get shot down by something, sluggy. And as it turns out, the Doctor, because he's feeling penitent about about trying to kill Perry, he lands on Titan 3, Thou Craggy Knob. And that's where, by pure coincidence, and in the same time period, the crash landing of that squadron is. And there's one survivor, Hugo Lang, played by Kevin McNally, who's an amazing actor, and I know you guys have seen him in other things since. However, he's not given the best to do here, let's be honest with you.
No.
So, who was the newcomer to this one? Who hadn't seen it before? Brian, it's over to you, because it's because of you we're watching this bloody thing.
Yeah, thanks for that.
That's all right, love. That's what I'm here for, to torture you.
You're welcome.
So,
If we've had to suffer it, you must too. It's the proper fan experience.
so this whole arc really reinforced I don't like the Sixth Doctor's TV appearances. Big Finish, beautiful, awesome, fantastic. Yeah, I don't like this characterization at all. In my eyes, he just never redeemed himself after he stabilized. Because let's face it, he never really stabilized.
I
thought
would disagree. And
I-
we'll come to stuff that will show that to you.
that's
All right.
fine, but right now, I don't like him.
Okay. Fair enough. That's understandable. He was initially supposed to be an unlikable character, which is a
Yeah,
bold move by the producer.
He's doing well at it.
It's not the actor's fault. We need to stress this. It's not. I mean, Colin gives
No,
it
it
a
is
tour
not
de
Colin
force
Baker's
performance.
fault.
in
This is the writing.
It's
Because
the
all
decision.
actors, they hit the mark and they bark.
Oh, it's a bit more than that, love.
Well, yes, but they have. It's what they have to work with.
Yes. Yes. We basically
do
take
want to
the
say
wood
that the
that you have
production
given us
values-
and we craft it.
Yeah, the production values for this are amazing. The guys with the feathers and everything, those were fantastic costumes.
The model work is one of the best you'll see in
Yes.
Doctor Who as well.
Yeah, the model work was astounding.
The money ran out when it came to the Space Police, though.
Yeah. Captain Unibrow did not do it for me.
Oh, not Hugo. No. I'm talking about his commander back at base. It was.
No, I'm saying Captain Unibrow. He needed a razor, little bit of shave right there. That's all he needed. They couldn't. They should have just sprung 99 cents for a bic. It wasn't that bad.
That's a very strange thing to pick up on. I'm going to be honest with you.
It's weird. Yeah, I look at things differently.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. And that's why you're special. Right.
All the windows taste funny.
What'd you make of the plot? The actual plot of
Plot
the
was
thing.
fine. I like the plot. The plot wasn't bad. They did go a little heavy-handed, in my opinion, but nothing big.
Heavy-handed on what?
With the whole evil, I'm going to use the sun to send out the eggs of my people to conquer. Yeah, okay, right? It's
Feel sorry for Edwin Richard, the guy who played Mestor. We last saw him in Doctor Who. He was Captain Hart in the Sea Devils. And he was brilliant in that. And here he's chucked behind a whole load of latex and Christ knows how. How the hell do you give a performance with that?
telepathic slug.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Eddie, your thoughts, please, on The Twin Dilemma.
I remember watching this at first broadcast, and you could say that it was a kind of bold and courageous move to actually take the final season for Davidson, stop him on the penultimate story, and then debut the new Doctor
Hadn't been done before,
on the
had it?
final. Hadn't been done before. But to write the Doctor
Oh,
in such a way
I
where
beg to differ.
he-
I apologise. Hartnell regenerated 3 stories
There you
in
go.
to series 4.
Yeah.
So to do that, great.
Sorry,
it's a
should've
bold
thought.
move, and no, I haven't done it since
I've got a
Hartnell, so you could say
Jacondon.
Hartnell back.
Look, I got a Jacondon. Sorry.
Not at all. But it was the whole thing to then write the Doctor, and again, he was going through post-regeneration trauma, and given the radiation sickness that the Fifth Doctor had, you could say it was. But to write the Doctor in such a way where he attacked his companion, tried to kill her, he comes across as snively, snide, arrogant.
Cowardly.
That costume was just never, ever, ever going to work. And the first person that will tell you that is Colin Baker, who didn't
Oh, very
want it.
much so.
Oh yeah.
So to write him in that way, and then so our first impressions of that Doctor is he's horrible. He attacks women. He attacks his companion. He hides behind his companion. He's arrogant. And even the finishing line for that episode, I'm the Doctor, whether you like it or not. So screw yous. I'm Doctor Who. You don't like me, tough. And then we have to wait so many months for him to get his series. But that point, Colin didn't stand a chance. It's what a stupid, absolute, idiotic way to introduce a Doctor. You've left people with that impression, and then you go into a break, and then you bring them back, and then through the course of it, Brian, he does become more likable. I mean, some of my favourite episodes. I'm a big fan of the Trial of the Time Lord series. I know it's not popular, but I watched that and I thought that was great. And you'll see the rapport he has with Bonnie Langford's character. So I can't remember. I'll get the heart.
And Nicola, to be fair.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Thank
bother
you.
with the picture. I get bloody wrist strain, repetitive strain injury when I'm...
Yeah. It's memory.
Melanie, known as Mel. She comes from
Mel.
about 300 yards up the road from where I live.
And I liked Mel. I know the Bonnie Langford thing as well, but I liked it. And again, Big Finish did it better. There's a story that Big Finish did called The One Doctor, which is a Christmas story he does with Mel. It was great. That's the first Big Finish I bought.
To be fair, The One Doctor is a hilarious audio.
Yeah.
No. Let me see if I've got it on my purchase list. All right. We're not going to go into Gareth Roberts being a transphobe because he co-wrote it. That we're not going to go into that here. Suffice to say, Gareth, I've known Gareth for many years and he's gone a bit bonkers. But I'll tell you what we'll do. If we can find it, we will do The One Doctor for next week.
Cool.
If I can find it, all right. If not, I have another plan. Anyway, Eddie, I just want to say you've done your auntie's. You've done Auntie's heart proud tonight.
Oh,
You really have, aunties. Have a lolly. Quite frankly, that was a wonderful Flashing Blade rant.
thank you.
That was
try.
beautiful. You're improving. Your brain's starting to work. It's all down to my influence, of course. You can't take any
but it
credit.
hurts. I don't know if I can keep it up. It hurts.
I'm just happy to keep lowering the bar.
Yep, you're doing. Yeah, but surprised so
Six.
far. You've been very quiet on that front.
Six gets a bad stick. It gets better. Brian's spot on. Big Finish will allow him to flourish. But this was the most stupidest way to introduce a Doctor
Yeah.
ever.
Yes,
It's like they wanted him to fail.
Exactly.
They set him up
really-
to fail.
Really
That's-
heart goes out to Colin Baker, because Colin Baker's a great actor and
Oh,
he does
yeah.
wonders.
It is very
He's a
much of its
fantastic
time.
guy.
It's
I've seen him in other stuff, and I've seen him with the fans and everything.
Yeah,
Great guy. It's just
but to a lesser degree, they did the same with Capaldi's first season as well. I watched Capaldi's first season and thought, they're doing this again. They're trying to start with an unlikable Doctor, and then we'll take it through. And that coloured Capaldi's first season for me.
I
That
like
was-
it. I mean, we're seeing this man fumbling around trying to work out who he is for that first year. And it's only right at the end he clicks that he's an idiot.
well, his second season, and I thought was like great.
Well,
From
as of oh God Almighty, the one with Father Christmas. What was that called?
Oh yes,
next Christmas.
No. Oh, pass me the
Last
hat.
Christmas?
Oh no, hang on, it's a new series. It doesn't count. Anyway, that one with Nick Frost as Father. Immediately,
Yeah.
Capaldi's Doctor's changed. He's a lot lighter, and that was a very obvious plan from the start. They were going to run that through that series. Clara, be a pal. Tell me, am I a good man? That's interesting.
But again,
and this works.
They allowed. They did that at the start of the season, and there wasn't a gap, so they allowed that to be kind of
exactly. They actually
Yeah.
managed to do their arc, whereas with
Yeah.
Colin, the idea was to soften him over time. Colin is famously quoted as stating that, Tom Baker did 7 years. He'd like to beat that because Colin loved the job. It was a dream come true for him, and he's always had bad luck with it from the very start. From the costume and this, that, and the other, then the suspension, or the hiatus, if you want to call it that, various things in fanzines over the years or podcasts. It's always Colin that gets it in the neck, and I hate that. All the other doctors, you wouldn't wish anything on them, but you think, why is it always Colin? And
Yeah.
The show is very much an example of its time. It's 80s. It's smug. It's dare I say it, it's complacent. Now, considering, if we put it into context, considering the show it came after, Brian, have you seen The Caves of Androzani?
No, I haven't seen that one either.
Ooh. We will do that. In fact,
Okay.
we may do a live watch of that.
Ooh.
It's 4 episodes.
We'll have to be careful with the audio on
Yeah,
that.
I know. I'm sorry about the audio. I need to make a sorry for that, don't I? The Rose Watch Along got blocked on YouTube, I'm afraid. I had the actual episode volume too high, and the algorithm picked it up. Annoying, frankly. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to do about that. What I suggest you do, next time I'll chuck the volume down as far as I can so I can still just about hear it. And we'll keep our fingers crossed. And then, once we've gone through everything, we will go back and we will redo Rose. So we're coming at it fresher than we were. Well, sorry, rather than redoing it this week, for example. We've got a bit of time to... So that's good. So, a very wobbly start, would you say?
Oh yeah.
Not the best.
Oh yeah. Not the greatest.
Well, you brought
premiere
this on
ever.
yourself.
I know.
I know. Well, the thing is, next
Well,
week...
next week, isn't it Time Slash?
Nope, it's Robot next week.
Oh, thank God.
Simply because we have a chance of getting Alistair to come back on and talk about it. I will
okay.
double check, however. If he can, he can. He can't, he can't. Yeah. And you'll like Robot. It's cozy.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, you seen it? Oh, Doctor the Giant Robot. Okay, that's what we're going to do. But we also did listening. Oh, you're worried about Time Lash, love? That's the week
Not
after.
worried. Not worried.
That's the week after. I'm just saying.
Not worried. I'm okay.
Actually, there are a few Colin Baker stories I do want to show you, to be honest. Anyway.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Wow. Okay, we did listening this week. More than we thought we were going to do, to be honest. We listened to Stranded, the new Paul McGann box set from Big Finish. It is out this week. It's 4 stories. And it also features Tom Baker as the curator, as well as Liv and Helen, and Doctor Who's very first transsexual companion, or transgendered companion, however you want to put it, played by Rebecca Root, who I sent her a tweet to saying, "Welcome to the family. You beat me to it." Right. First things first, bit of housekeeping. Did you two manage to listen to all of it?
Everyone. Yep.
I have a confession. I only got halfway through.
That's all right. That's what I said to you last night. If you couldn't, you couldn't. It was,
I just had stuff come up this
In
morning.
that case, we will try and.
That was my allotted time to get through the other half, and it never materialized.
I get the chance because I was off work. So
right.
it was,
Well, don't worry. Because it's a new Big Finish, we're not going to give spoilers out. So, but I would say to you, Brian, go and listen to the last two if you get a chance.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so after the events of Ravenous, the TARDIS is a little bit knackered. However, it's been established that the Eighth Doctor, or the Doctor, owns a house in Baker Street, which he passed on to Thomas Brewer to look after. And I still, after all these years, when we reviewed the crimes of when we reviewed the crimes of Thomas Brewster, it had this intrusive, burn in your memory, overused piece of incidental music. And it's still in my head. 10, 12 years later. That's not good. Anyway, however, the house has been sort of sublet, turned into flats and whatever. And, well, they need somewhere to stay. So they move into Baker Street. This is an introductory box set. It's the start of an ongoing thing. And as such, it is a very gentle set. There's no world-threatening nonsense or this, that and the other. A lot of it has a tendency to come out of the interactions between the TARDIS crew and the tenants of the house. In the first one, there's something amiss somewhere, and people's nerves are getting on edge a little bit. In the second one, was lovely because it showed the Doctor just the limits of what he's capable of in a situation like this. There's some things he cannot affect. He cannot, and that's a kick to the gut to him, quite frankly, because he's scrabbling around trying to find something to do, and it's not good. The third one, well, one of the tenants goes a little bit loopy, which is a bit worrying, and it ends on a cliffhanger with everybody in the restaurant, all the tenants and everything, waiting for the Doctor to turn up. Now, halfway through this, Sergeant Andy, as he now is, from Torchwood turns up. And we love Tom Price's Andy, because he's just so warm. He's a heart on legs, and he's lovely. We love Sergeant Andy. And then, of course, you've got Tanya, who... There's one particular scene in this, and I'm not going to say which scene it is, but it had me on the brink of tears, because I don't want to harp on about it, but because I'm trans, it really it got me right there. It was a hard one, but it was lovely at the same time. And I'm just so grateful Big Finish has done this. I really am. It's going to... Yeah, and the fact that Tanya is essentially just treated as anybody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even to the point of Liv, sort of, because Liv's from the future, basically being a bit puzzled that her being trans could be problematic. You know, that's a dream we aspire to, especially at the moment when the Conservative government over here are trying to remove trans people's basic human rights. Yeah, I'm in a minority. That's nice. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go down that route so much, but it just happened. Stranded is gentle. It's got laugh out loud moments. It introduces the characters again. It's a stepping on point for Paul McGann if you want to start off with something. And as such, and because it is just so good, I got no hesitation in recommending this one. Eddie, you first, because Brian went first last time.
Sure. A lot of what you said, I'm just going to reiterate. You've got you've got a set of stories where there's no TARDIS, there's no psychic paper, no tech, no major threat. And it's essentially for me. It's the Doctor and the companions in a soap opera
Hang on a
centered
moment.
around
Hang
the
on.
residents.
Hang on. Have you made notes?
Yes. No, I wanted to.
That's
'cause
a
I really
decree
enjoyed
of
the story.
professionalism we will not tolerate.
That's over our current bar.
Just for this. Sorry, just for this. I wanted to do this one justice. I really did.
Unmutual. We'll come to that.
We can get that. That's next. And it works. It really works. The second story is I thought was really, it's kind of really pertinent to what a lot of people are going through, because the Doctor's feeling isolated.
Yep.
The Doctor's having to cope with the fact that he's got no major threat. No, he needs a cause. He needs something to be fighting against.
Something to
and
hang
he
on
doesn't
to,
have
yeah.
it. And it's a case of how he's coping with the isolation and boredom, and for me, it's we're all coping with that at the moment. A lot of people, particularly people like yourself, Siobhan, having to stay on their own, are going through that.
So she's got the COVID.
I got her. I should have mentioned her. Sorry, Siobhan.
She's got the Rona. Thanks, Eddie. Gave her the Rona.
Yeah, that's my fault. But we broke Siobhan. Sorry, I broke Siobhan. I'll make another hat.
Not when I'm taking a swig of coffee, you git. Oh, that's come down my nose. That has.
I have got two little points of criticism though, and one, and it's really, I'm really nitpicking. I'm really nitpicking. I don't like the arrangement of the theme. It's just doesn't work for me. It's a bit too heavy, and it's just I don't like it. That's getting. And the other thing around, Tom Baker was great in this, but I really don't see what point I was with that could have worked without Tom Baker in this. The curator's a great character, unless it's setting up something and just kind of setting up.
I think it very much
come.
is.
Yeah,
I think it very much is. Brian, over to you. I'll come back to the music in a moment.
Well, you had the curator. That for me just brings smiles.
And Tom does play it differently. He plays it as he did in Day of the Doctor.
Yeah, that just brings smiles all over my face when he's there.
It's good that he's managing to play an older character, because he won't have to do so much running around.
Right.
On audio.
And what Eddie said about putting them all in like a friends situation.
Yeah.
Where they're all sharing the same building.
I'm thinking Rising Damp myself, but carry on.
Well, no, I'm thinking it's more like Friends, because you got the whole, everybody's got their apartments and everything.
That doesn't seem to make any difference in Friends, though, does it?
No. But you have the Doctor going stir crazy,
isn't he just though?
And that's so perfect for how everybody's feeling right now. They just he needs something to do, and it's like it's driving him nuts that there's nothing. Welcome to mortal life. This is why you skip to the Saturdays, Doctor.
So, do we recommend Stranded?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Without hesitation.
Okie dokie. Let's go back to the music. That's David Arnold's version of the theme tune. It was commissioned for when Paul McGann first joined Big Finish. It's not the best arrangement, and it didn't really arrive in the best condition either. I can't stand it. I really
so it's not
can't.
just me then. That's
no. I mean, I know a lot of people do like that arrangement of the theme. I just no. I mean, David Arnold is one hell of a composer, and he almost made a niche name for himself up to a point. He was the composer for Bond. I don't know if he still is. No, I don't know if he still is, but certainly during. Oh, hang on, Timothy Dalton. Who came after Timothy Dalton?
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan. During the Pierce Brosnan era, David Arnold was... In fact, I think he still is. And he's created his own vibe for Bond, but at the same time sticking to the John Barry tone to it. So he's got himself a bit of a name like that. For example, he did Randall and Hopkirk, deceased, the music for the new
For the
show.
Reeves and Mortimer.
The Reeves Mortimer one, which I loved. I loved that series, and I loved that theme tune. But when it came to doing Doctor Who, it's as if he'd phoned it in. He'd even got he actually got the tune wrong. I'm sorry. And there's also one particular, and they dropped it down in this particular mix, but there's one thing, if you listen to something like Storm Warning, I don't know if it's David Arnold, all you hear is oof, 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 and it's just, oh, for heaven's sakes, that's ridiculous. Now, the one theme I did like for the Eighth Doctor was the Lucy Miller theme, which basically reused all the makeup bits for Delia. And Nick Briggs had a whale of a time playing with those. I love that theme. Anyway, yeah. There's a reason I was saying this, because we're going to move on to The Prisoner, and I wanted to take a moment to mention Ron Grainer. Because I'm doing Doctor Who, of course, and he wrote Old Ned, the theme to Steptoe and Son. In America, dear, you called it Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, dear. We get your game show formats, you get our comedies. No, no. Just no. And he also wrote the theme tune to The Prisoner. Can we just take a moment to appreciate that piece of music?
It's great. It's glorious.
It is a really good opening tune.
It's iconic.
Lightning, trumpet. Oh, it's great.
It just pounds
Guitar.
along. Now, later on in the series, I'm not going to say when, Brian, but later on we'll actually get to hear the full version of the opening music. We don't hear it at the moment. It cuts off when he wakes up. Yeah. No, sorry, it cuts off when you get the title up. But you'll get to hear the full length at some stage. And then the closing music is a great encapsulation of all of it. Just shorter. I absolutely adore that, because we did Watching The Prisoner. Do you see how I see that? Do you see that? Do you see how smooth that
Every
was?
week, seriously, every week. Every week.
That's a professional segue.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
yes.
I'd better quit. Anyway,
Careful, you might be raising the bar.
yes, we watched A Change of Mind. Number 6, well, The Village is having one of its funny moments. It's decided that people can be unmutual. And number 6, oddly enough, because he's not really a pillar of the community, is declared unmutual. And there's all sorts of games being played here. Who's doing what? Because it seems like the procedure that 6 goes through is a genuine procedure. And I don't want to give the twist away or anything. But it has been interfered with by someone. I've got to ask, was it written or directed by McGowan? Was that one of his pseudonyms? One of them. Roger Park.
It's one of his many pseudonyms.
And
I'm
another one
sure it
was
is.
Surf, I think, was the director.
Yeah.
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 You can tell. I'm starting to do like Sue Peregrine does, when she spots Douglas Camfield's direction. You can tell with McGowan. And there's a lovely moment at one point where he just isn't sure if he has been operated on or not, and he's trying to work it out. This is a good one. Yeah. I don't want to give too much away for a 1960s television program, but yeah, Brian, over to you, my sweet.
So we have number 6, who flat out does not give any Fs about the
Fair.
village,
Fair. Yep.
about their morals, whatever the hell they're trying to pull this week. And they actually shun him. There's a shunning.
Sent to Coventry.
Is it just me, or do you think that maybe that character should have just gone, oh, thank God. They're done. They're leaving me alone
I
finally.
think he did, though. I think he was starting to like that.
I think he was enjoying being the black sheep for
Yeah.
a while there. Because they were sending him to committees and everything. And he was just giving them attitude after attitude. And it was amazing.
Have you filled in your questionnaire? Yes, I have. Here it's here. It was like,
Yep.
perfect.
Wait. that was beautiful. And I'm just like, this guy has 0 F's left to give. And then we meet his doctor. Pretty Girl of the Week, #1.
Oh, sorry, I thought you
Number
were talking
86.
about... Sorry, I thought you were actually talking
Number
about the
86.
doctor who examined him. Castellan
No.
Spandrel himself.
No, I mean
name's just
you know,
escaped my mind.
the obligatory pretty girl that, you know, is going to.
Yeah. And number 2's a misogynist too.
#2 is an asshole. #2, I hated him, but he did a well job making me hate him.
Oh, it's good. And also, the one thing I do have to mention, the use of doubles in this one is a little bit poor.
It was all this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
When McGowan is doing his exercises, it's obvious.
Now, I got a big telly.
Oh my god.
I got a very big telly. Not intentionally, but there we go. And I actually managed to read some of what was on the opinion poll. It was about drop kicking. Go figure. Go figure. Am I being-
Nice.
No, I'm not. Eddie, come on then. Factomatic.
Oh,
Off
wait.
you go. Oh, hang on.
Even
Brian's
better,
got more.
It's the
Oh, no.
roofies. This is the 1960 version of roofie.
It's true. It is.
Because, you know, obligatory hot girl tries to roofie him. He's like, no, you can't make a nice cup of tea. He goes through, and he roofies her. And, she gets higher than a freaking kite. It's hilarious, and I
We've all been
kind
there,
of
dear.
wanted McGowan to be roofied too, just so I could see #6 that freaking high.
I've just realised we've got
Oh.
more viewers tonight than Trump had at his rally last night.
Oh, we've got one.
Can I
Yay!
actually, as a denizen of the internet, on YouTube?
I would
whatever,
like to thank
can
the
I-
TikTok kids and the
TikTok-
K-pop fans.
Yes, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to take my hat off to you kids. Keep doing it.
Speaking as a semi-professional anarchist, that was beautiful. Oh my god!
Surely
Do it again.
being a professional...
Every time,
Hang
every
on,
rally,
hang
just
on.
keep doing it.
Hang on,
Have
hang
fun.
on. There's something wrong with that. Semi-professional anarchist. If you're an anarchist, you're not going to be professional at anything, are you? It's just a thought. Eddie,
Or
give
have
us
I
facts.
cleverly passed myself off as being mutual, as opposed to unmutual.
I'm unmutual.
I think you've done a marvellous job with this one, because there's nothing really more I can add. It's the fact that this is another one of my favourites. I love the ones where it looks as though it's 6 is one step ahead of a snively, conniving, not so smart 2, that arrogant 2 that thinks that he's got it sussed out. All the way through this, the whole point's been made that they can't go too far with 6. They don't want to give him brain damage. They want to ultimately get him to become part of their organisation. And then with this one out of the blue, they're going to do a lobotomy. It's a procedure that's going to surgically make him susceptible, take away his aggression. And just little things with the mark in his temple, the plaster. He thinks, he starts to buy it. He's sent away from hospital. And as they're doing the procedure, he blacks out, wakes up, and obviously it's the whole thing. Is it meds they've used? Is it drugs? Is this a setup? And at the corner of his eye, he sees 86 putting stuff in his tea. He does a switcheroo. He then manipulates her, and then gets to the situation. I'm not going to spoil the end because it's too soon. But we get to a point in the end where
Oh, no.
he basically
Oh,
turns
no.
the turntables.
My
I'm
cat's
spoiling
coming.
it. Sorry.
No, it's not that. My cat's decided to come and sit here.
Siobhan's being attacked by a cat.
Yeah.
You paid it attention, and now you must suffer.
Yeah, that's basically it. What's next week's, Eddie?
So, sorry, I was just saying, so
Oh, you
two,
got more, okay.
two gets his comeuppance, six is still the prisoner, he's still trapped there, and there's more to come. I'm going to ask again.
Yes, I was
Right.
going to go down that route. Do you want me
Okay.
to? Or
Do you want to do it? You want to do it in your brand new mic? Go and do the voice.
Who is number one?
Currently, I'm going to say number 6.
Oh, controversial.
He's changed from the
Because
butler.
right now, he's running that town.
Here's a question.
Doesn't
for
matter
you.
what they do.
Did you notice?
He's running it.
Did you notice Six's interactions with the butler in this one?
No, I did not.
Okay. All right.
Six gets every time that you just eat by a look, the butler moves the tables to let him out.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's the subtle. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, but I'm just saying that 6 has been there long enough. He's playing that town like a harp from hell. Everything they do, he's turning it back on them. He's running that town left, right,
Yeah.
and center.
How many more?
These
we got,
this
Eddie?
run of episodes are the best. Next week, it's Do Not Forsake Me, Oh My Darling.
Oh.
Aw.
Right. Okay.
It's the Valentine episode.
If it's what I'm thinking of, I think this one's brilliant. And then it's Living in Harmony, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hang on, let's see if I can do this. Once Upon a Time
Yes,
and Fallout.
we're getting there. We're near the end. Yes.
I did it! I remembered them! I'm actually quite proud of that for some sad, pathetic reason. Oh dear.
Yeah. No, that's it. We're getting to the crescendo. That's good stuff.
Do Not Forsake Me, Oh My Darling is one of my very favourites. So I'm going to enjoy watching this one.
It's a clever piece, and it's one you don't see coming.
Nope,
Nice.
definitely not. Well, good night, children everywhere. That's it, isn't it? Oh no, RPG. Brian,
RPG.
update us
Yes.
with the RPG news from last night.
So we've met negative Angelica.
That's me, by the way. Hello. I'm not negative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Siobhan is playing a Captain Somerset, and we've met her evil doppelganger. What
Ooh.
plans does this person have for the party?
She's
What
got
plans
split
does she have
ends.
for her other self? Will she discover hair care products?
That's what
Find
I
out
want to
next
know.
week.
She's letting the side down, quite frankly. If I'm honest.
You never know. I mean, she could be coming through to the Daylands just to get
We spent
conditioned.
most of last night ransacking the ground floor of a house.
And you found a clue, a very important clue.
Oh, which one was that?
Oh,
Oh, was it
You're right.
where we had to be at 1:30 on the Monday morning?
maybe.
Jinkies.
There might be other clues. This was an evil base after all. Who knows?
Well, we did
Evil
say that
lurks.
once we squish the bug, we're going to go and look at the first floor. Anyway, yeah. So that's next Saturday at 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be here on Twitch. Next week, we're doing Wobot. We may have Alistair Locke with us. We don't know. We'll try and do the One Doctor because Brian has to hear it.
That's class.
No promises on that one. If not, we're going to have a chat about what we want from Series 13 of Doctor Who. But that's a conversation. If we can't sort out a Big Finish, that's our fallback conversation.
I'm just gonna throw this one out there right now. I would like Jodie to get divorced, come to America, and marry me.
Can't,
just,
mate.
you know.
Unless you're Nigel Farage, you're not allowed to leave the country and fly to America.
I'm just saying.
Though somehow Farage did it.
She's got a TARDIS.
TARDIS. I was going to say she's got a TARDIS.
Oh, God, I'm
She's
going
got
to
a
have to
TARDIS.
tell them one
She
day.
doesn't care about passports, right? She can come over. I'm here. I'm willing.
Right. Do you remember that
It may
time
involve
we
you
said
having to come over here, Brian.
we said that we told you the truth about Father Christmas? Do you remember that?
Oh no! Oh, don't! Too soon, Sean. He's in a bad week. Not today. Not today. Don't.
Don't do it.
What about Father
Don't-
Christmas?
No.
Oh, dear me, tut.
He's
We'll
real,
be
right?
looking at, what's her face? Do Not Forsake Me, Oh My Darling, which has cricket in it, which pleases me. And, after that, Wednesday. Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. UK time. We are going to be doing a live reaction to The End of the World, the second Christopher Eccleston story. Hopefully it'll go on YouTube. We'll have to wait and see. But please come and join us for that. Come and watch it along with us.
Incidentally, Wednesday is also my day in the office. So by the time I come on here, I should be well lubricated.
Do you organise piss-ups in breweries?
Hmm?
Do you organise piss-ups in breweries?
No. I'm starting a second career as an alcoholic.
Oh,
It's
right.
easy.
Okay. Well, that shouldn't affect your work here.
It's easier. It's,
Right.
It probably helps.
To be honest.
It does help.
Yeah.
It helps a lot.
Right, we're going to go
Yeah.
away on that
Oh, you
incredibly enthusiastic. I mean, we can stay and chat for a bit longer, but what about? Well, I'd only start
Oh, no,
bitching and moaning.
No, not. I've just noticed Sean's still in the chat and it's past his bedtime. No, we better
Oh,
go. Sean,
naughty boy.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, he doesn't get to stay up because he gave you gifts today.
That's an interesting
half an hour.
point.
Give him a half an hour.
Half an hour? All right, then. I shall move back
an
to this, and we shall say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.
And now another. Oh, there it is. Channel television sting. Bad.